The figure's words echoed in my mind as I pored over the ancient text. Each page seemed to reveal more questions than answers, but I was determined to uncover the truth. Hours turned into days as I studied the book, deciphering the cryptic symbols and piecing together the rituals it described. As I delved deeper into the text, I began to understand the gravity of the situation. The rituals were powerful, ancient ceremonies that connected the worlds of the living and the dead. They required precise execution and a deep understanding of the forces at play. With each passing day, the room seemed to change, its walls shifting and morphing as if reacting to my discoveries. The whispering that once filled the air grew louder, guiding me towards the knowledge I sought. One evening, as I sat immersed in my studies, a soft glow emanated from the book, illuminating the room in a warm, golden light. I looked up, startled, to find the figure standing before me, its form less menacing than before. "You have done well," it said, its voice gentle. "You are closer to finding the truth than you realize." I nodded, grateful for its guidance, but wary of its intentions. "What must I do next?" I asked. The figure extended its hand, gesturing towards a passage in the book. "There is a ritual," it said. "A ritual that can open a gateway between worlds. But be warned, it is dangerous and requires great sacrifice." I hesitated, weighing my options. Was I prepared to make such a sacrifice? Could I trust the figure's guidance? Seeing my hesitation, the figure spoke again. "You must decide for yourself," it said. "But remember, time is running out. The darkness is closing in, and soon it will be too late." Taking a deep breath, I made my decision. "Show me the ritual," I said. Over the next few days, the figure guided me through the intricacies of the ritual, helping me gather the necessary ingredients and prepare the sacred space. Each step was fraught with danger, but with the figure's guidance and my determination, we pressed on. Finally, the day of the ritual arrived. The room was prepared, the ingredients laid out before me. As I began the incantation, the room filled with a powerful energy, the air crackling with electricity. With each word I spoke, the gateway before me grew larger, its swirling vortex pulling me in. I felt a rush of adrenaline as I stepped closer, ready to cross over into the unknown. But just as I was about to step through, a voice called out to me, pulling me back from the brink. "Wait!" it cried. I turned to find her standing there, her eyes filled with fear and confusion. "Don't do it," she pleaded. "It's a trap." I hesitated, torn between my desire to escape and the fear of what lay ahead. The figure watched silently, its expression unreadable. "Trust yourself," she said, placing her hand on mine. "You don't need the ritual to find your way back. You just need to believe." With her words ringing in my ears, I took a step back, away from the gateway. The room fell silent, the energy dissipating as the vortex disappeared. The figure looked at me, its gaze filled with surprise. "You have chosen wisely," it said. "Perhaps there is hope for you yet." As the figure and her faded back into the shadows, I turned to her, gratitude filling my heart. "Thank you," I said. She smiled, her eyes lighting up with relief. "I knew you would make the right choice," she said. Together, we continued to explore the ancient text, searching for another way to escape the darkness. With her by my side and the knowledge from the book as our guide, I knew that we would find a way back to the light. The days turned into weeks as we delved deeper into the text, uncovering secrets and uncovering clues that led us closer to our goal. With each discovery, our hope grew stronger, our determination unwavering. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, we found it. A passage describing a ritual not of escape, but of transformation. A ritual that could restore balance to the worlds and bring an end to the darkness that plagued us. With renewed determination, we set out to perform the ritual. It was risky and the stakes were high, but we were ready. As we gathered the necessary ingredients and prepared the sacred space, I felt a sense of peace wash over me. The ritual was unlike anything we had ever experienced. The energy was powerful, the air filled with anticipation as we chanted the incantation. And then, with a blinding flash of light, it was done. We stood there, breathless and exhausted as the room fell silent. Slowly, the darkness began to recede, replaced by a warm golden light. The walls of the room returned to their original state, the ancient symbols fading away, as if erased by an invisible hand. We had done it. We had restored balance to the worlds and brought an end to the darkness that had plagued us. As we stood there, hand in hand, I looked at her, gratitude and love filling my heart. "We did it," I said, my voice filled with emotion. She smiled, her eyes shining with tears of joy. "We did," she said. Together, we stepped into the light, leaving the darkness behind us. As we emerged into the world we once knew, I felt a sense of peace and contentment wash over me. We had faced our fears, overcome countless challenges, and emerged stronger than ever. And through it all, we had found our way back to each other. As we walked hand in hand, ready to face whatever the future held, I knew that we would always have each other. And with that knowledge, I knew that we could face anything that came our way.